first question is, what was teaching like when you went to school, and how was it different?
When I went to school, teaching was pretty much, I mean, being a student, for me, I just remember kind of sitting at a desk and filling out worksheets, reading as a group. You know, one person reads and everybody else just listens, and you know, raise your hand if you want to speak, and that was pretty much it for whatever class. We did math, was walking to a board, working out problems, and I guess that's about it.
That's not the questions.
And then the second question, would you say you use their techniques, and if so, what made you choose to employ these methods?
Do I use the techniques that I was taught when I was going to school? No, because I try to have guys more involved, more active in what they're doing. Hopefully, when they're in the room, they're working together, working in groups. I don't particularly like them to be too quiet for too long or too still for too long. So, no, I do things very differently than the way things were done when I was going to school.
I need it, too.
But third question, well, we already answered that. What is it you do different from your teachers specifically?
I think as far as just the way the classroom atmosphere is set up, I try to build in a fair amount of choice as far as what the guys are working on at any given time. I don't use student desks. We have round tables where 3 or 4 guys sit together and hopefully work together. They have a lot of freedom of movement. If they need to get up and move around, I encourage that as long as they're being productive. But hopefully I just build in to class the idea that being social is, I think, a very important part of learning all in all. So that would be the major difference probably.
What would you say caused you to decide to do it this way?
Because it just seems like a lot of people get left out. I think there are just a lot of people don't learn by sitting at a desk and writing notes and listening to someone speak. For some people it's great, it's ideal, but I guess my fear is that it leaves behind so many guys that have the same ability to learn, but might learn it much more effectively if they're offered a different format. So hopefully they can choose from a few different formats to try and get the content and be able to think about what we're doing in class as effectively as possible. I don't see you in weeks, and this is where you show up, ruining my moment in the sun, Mr. Jackson.
You recording or you taking pictures of it?
Recording.
Are you gonna delete that out of there, right?
No way.
Probably.
That is part of it. That's part of it.
All right, so number 5, like when did you start employing these methods? Did you start out this way, or did you pick it up later on?
You know, I always started out with the idea that I wanted things to be more social, just because I do think learning is social. But as time progresses, as I get more experience, I'm able to manage things a little better every year. So every year, I think I've increased the amount of choice and the amount of differentiation that the guys see in the classroom. I hope so. I hope things change every year, otherwise it gets kind of boring.
All right, well, that's all.